Here's something nobody tells you about job interviews. You're sitting across from your dream employer. You're explaining why you deserve this position. You're making solid points. And then they hit you with the question. You know the one. Why did you leave your last job? And suddenly, inexplicably, your throat tightens. Your eyes burn. You're about to cry. Not because you're sad. You're actually kind of mad that they're questioning your decision. But your body? Your body has other plans. Or maybe it's not a job interview. Maybe it's your partner asking why you're always on your phone. Your mom criticizing your life choices. Your friend accusing you of something you didn't do. The situation changes, but the script is always the same. You feel that fire in your chest. You want to defend yourself with words that could cut through steel. But instead, your voice wobbles. Your vision blurs. And here come the tears. The unwanted, embarrassing, infuriating tears. And now the person you're arguing with has this look. That look. The one that says I win without them having to say a single word. They might even go for the kill shot. Wow. You're really emotional about this, huh? And that, my friend, is when you want to disappear into the floor. If you've ever felt this, stay with me. Because I'm about to give you something nobody else will. A complete system to stop this from happening. And here's what's crazy. One of these techniques takes 3 seconds. Nobody can see you doing it, and it works almost instantly. Another one stops that throat wobble before it even starts. And there's a nuclear option when everything else fails. But before I give you those, you need to understand what's actually happening in your body. Because once you know the science, these techniques will make perfect sense. Here's the deal. If you click away right now, you're going to spend the rest of your life feeling ambushed by your own nervous system. You're going to keep losing arguments, not because you're wrong, but because your biology throws you under the bus at the worst possible moment. So stick around. Let me show you how to take back control. Let's start with the thing everyone gets wrong. We think crying during anger is a personality flaw. We think it means we're too sensitive, too weak, too emotional. We look at people who can stay ice cold during conflict, and we think, why can't I be like that? But here's what I need you to understand. Those people aren't necessarily stronger than you. Some people are just less physiologically reactive. They might be more emotionally detached in that moment, or their nervous system has a different baseline. But you? When something matters to you, when someone challenges your integrity, when an injustice is happening right in front of you, you don't hold back. You're fully engaged. You're running at maximum capacity. And here's the thing about any system that runs at maximum capacity. It generates heat. A lot of heat. Your laptop gets hot when you're running too many programs. Your phone gets warm when you're on a video call. Your car engine needs a cooling system or it'll literally explode. And your nervous system? Same deal. Listen to this. Imagine your nervous system is a computer. Most people, when they get into an argument, they're running maybe 3 or 4 programs, basic stuff. But you? When you're in a high-stakes conflict, you're running a dozen programs simultaneously. You're tracking their words. You're analyzing their tone. You're predicting their next move. You're constructing arguments. You're managing your body language. And about 6 other background processes. Your system is working incredibly hard. And just like a computer, when you run that hot, something has to give. Your body needs to cool down or risk a complete system shutdown. So what does it do? It activates your emergency cooling mechanism. And the visible byproduct of that cooling process is tears. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Okay, but why tears? Great question. And in just a moment, I'll show you the invisible palm technique. You'll feel it immediately. But first, let me show you what's actually happening. Your tears during anger are controlled by your autonomic nervous system. That's the system that runs without you thinking about it. And it has 2 modes. Sympathetic, your gas pedal, and parasympathetic, your brake pedal. When you get angry, your sympathetic nervous system slams on the gas. Heart rate spikes, blood pressure up, muscles tense. You're ready for war. But your brain is monitoring all of this, and when it detects critical levels, it activates the parasympathetic system, the brake. The parasympathetic system releases acetylcholine. This slows your heart rate, lowers your blood pressure. And one of the side effects? Stimulation of your tear glands. That's why it feels automatic. So your tears aren't a sign that you're breaking down. They're a sign that your body is trying to keep you functional. It's literally your internal brake system preventing you from overheating. But there's a second layer to this. Your body isn't just trying to save you from yourself. It's trying to save you from the other person. There's some evidence suggesting that human tears may contain chemical signals. Some research suggests it may reduce aggression in observers. Either way, you don't need the theory for the tools to work. What matters is what you do next. Here's the part people miss. You're not crying because you're fragile. You're crying because you have a built-in system trying to keep everyone safe. If this is you, type ME in the comments so you know you're not alone. All right, now let's get into the complete system. I'm going to give you the most effective techniques across 3 tiers. Let's start with Tier 1. Prevention. This is where most of your success comes from. Prevention technique number 1. The 48-hour rule. If someone says something that makes you angry, and you need to confront them, wait 48 hours if you can. Your emotional intensity naturally decreases. Now you can speak, not explode. Prevention technique number 2. Physical preparation. Before a difficult conversation, get your body right. Eat, drink water, move. Get that baseline stress energy out before you even start. Prevention technique number 3. Script your opening. Write down your main point, just 1 or 2 sentences. Memorize it. Then lead with that. Prevention technique number 4. Set your terms. Before you walk in, name your goal in 1 sentence, and preload your boundary if needed. I want to have this conversation, but if voices get raised, I'm taking a break. You've set the rules. So Tier 1 recap. Set yourself up to win before you even walk in the room. Wait when you can. Fuel your body. Know your opening line. Set your terms. Right here. Now let's move to Tier 2. Intervention. You're in the conversation. Things are getting heated. You can feel that tightness in your throat. The tears haven't started yet, but they're coming. Pause. This is go time. Intervention technique number 5. The pressure point reset. Right now, take your thumb and press it hard into the center of your opposite palm. Really press. It should almost hurt. Do this with me. What this does is create a competing sensation. Your brain can only process so much at once. It pulls resources away from the emotional response. It's like hitting a reset button. And the best part? Nobody can see you doing it. Your hands can be in your lap, at your sides, wherever. You just press and hold. Here's the moment. They say, "You're overreacting." You press. You buy 5 seconds. Your voice stays steady. Intervention technique number 6. The cold countdown. In your head, count backwards from 100 by 7. 100, 93, 86, 79. You force your thinking brain online, and the emotion backs off. Picture this. While they rant, your brain is doing math. Your face stays neutral. You stay in control. Intervention technique number 7. The eye shift. Do not look down or close your eyes. That signals retreat. Instead, pick a spot on the wall behind the person, slightly above their head. Lock your eyes there for 3 seconds. Then come back to their eyes. Your eyes go down. Tears rush in. Eyes up. You stay online. Intervention technique number 8. The reframe statement. Say this exact sentence. Give me a second. I want to make sure I'm saying this right. Then pause for 5 seconds. This buys you time. It makes you look thoughtful instead of emotional. And it resets the rhythm of the conversation. You just took the tempo back. And now, here's the throat wobble killer. Ready? Do it with me. Intervention technique number 9. The breath anchor. Most people, when they're about to cry, their breathing gets shallow and fast, so you need to control it. But you can't do big, obvious, deep breaths. Don't inhale big. Instead, do this. Inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly through barely parted lips. Silent. Do this 3 times. This activates your parasympathetic system in a controlled way. You're managing the cool down instead of your body forcing it on you. You feel the wobble. 3 silent exhales. It disappears. Write this down. This one technique will save you more times than you can count. If you only remember one thing from Tier 2, remember this. Give your brain a competing job. Pressure, math, eyes, breath. One of those will work when you need it. Now, Tier 3. Damage control. It's too late. The tears have started. The person is looking at you. You feel the shame creeping in. Here's the part most people get completely wrong. Damage control technique number 10. The nuclear option. The label and continue. If you can't stop the tears, and you can't leave the room, you need to tell them exactly what's happening so they don't misinterpret. Here's the script. I want you to know these are tears of frustration. I'm not upset with you. My body is reacting because I care about this. Please keep listening to my words, not my face. What you're doing here is asserting your agency. You're separating your biological response from your mental state. You're giving them permission to take you seriously despite the tears. By naming it, you're controlling the narrative. You continue making your point. That's power. If you can leave, do this. Stand up. Look them in the eye. Say, I need to step away for 2 minutes. I'll be right back. This conversation isn't over. Then leave. Go to the bathroom. Splash cold water on your face. Drink some water. The act of swallowing resets the muscle spasm in your throat. Give yourself 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Then come back. And when you come back, don't apologize. Don't say, sorry about that. Just sit down and say, okay, where were we? You're showing them that you're in control, even when your body isn't. Now here's the thing. All of these techniques work, but they only work if you practice them. You can't wait until you're in the middle of a meltdown to try the cold countdown for the first time. Your brain will be too flooded to remember. So here's what you do. Pick 2 or 3 techniques that feel natural to you. Practice them when you're calm. Practice the pressure point reset when you're watching TV. Practice the breath anchor when you're sitting at your desk. Practice the label and continue script in your mirror. The reason professional athletes perform under pressure isn't because they're naturally calm. It's because they've practiced the same movements thousands of times. Same principle here. If you practice these techniques regularly, your body will default to them when you need them most. And one more thing. Be patient with yourself. If you've been crying during arguments your whole life, you're not going to fix it overnight. There will be conversations where you forget everything I just told you, and you break down anyway. That's okay. That's part of the process. What matters is that each time, you learn something. You notice the warning signs a little earlier. You remember one technique where you forgot it last time. You get incrementally better. And eventually, you'll have that moment. That moment where you're in an argument that would have destroyed you 6 months ago, and you feel the tears coming. But this time, you press your thumb into your palm. You count backwards. You look up instead of down. And the tears don't come. You stay in the conversation. You make your point, and you walk away knowing you just won a battle against your own nervous system. That feeling is incredible, and it's waiting for you on the other side of practice. So here's my challenge to you. The next time you feel that fire in your chest, the next time someone says something that makes you want to cry with anger, try one technique, just one. See what happens. Then come back and comment which one you tried. Comment 5 for pressure point. Comment 9 for breath anchor. Comment 10 for the nuclear option. I read the comments. If this video helped you, hit that like button. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. And subscribe because next week, we're diving into something even more fascinating. What do you do when you're the person on the other side of the table? When someone is crying during an argument with you? How do you respond without being manipulative, without dismissing them, but also without letting them weaponize their tears? It's a minefield, and most people get it completely wrong. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Remember, your tears aren't a bug in your system. They're a feature. A very old, very sophisticated feature designed to keep you safe. You're not broken. You're just running hot. And now you know how to cool down. I'll see you next week.
Yeah!